Okay, then students, I think we can start the class. In the last class, what we were discussing was, we were talking about, just a moment. Okay. So in the last class, what we were talking about was, we have completed the endomembrane system and we have started with the next cell organelle, that is mitochondria, right? What we have done is, we have drawn the diagram, or we have drawn the structure of mitochondria. What we remember from the structure and the labeling that we have done, we remember that mitochondria is a double membrane structure, right? When we talk about double membrane, obviously the outer membrane and the inner membrane, the space between the two membrane is called as, so it is also called as PMS, or it's called as perimitochondrial space, right? Apart from that word, we have also discussed about what are the contents of mitochondria. DNA আছে নে নাই? Obviously আছে. What is the type of DNA? It is circular. You have to remember the word circular, single stranded and double stranded. It is double stranded, right? Next is talking about ribosomes, present or absent? Present. What is the type of ribosome? 70S ribosomes, right? So those two were the most important thing to be noticed. Next is, I think we have talked something about the Krebs cycle. Common ke Krebs cycle okara koisilu. Since it is mitochondria is related with ATP synthesis is related with respiration. So we have talked a little bit about the Krebs cycle. Where does the Krebs cycle occur? Inside the matrix of mitochondria. Where are the enzymes of Krebs cycle located? Inside the matrix of mitochondria, except one particular enzyme that is present in the inner membrane of mitochondria, and that is succinic acid or succinic dehydrogenase, right? So hekhini bostu ami porisu. So today what we will do is, we will start the class by writing the notes about mitochondria, right? So aji okon basically likhibo laibo, jehetu explanation to almost we have done in the last class. So let's start writing. First likha, mitochondria is also called as, first point, mitochondria is also called as chondrosome. Mitochondria explanation generally নাই, এতিয়া আমি notes খিনি পুৰা completely লিখি লম। out of this, who has given the term and discovered by, সেইকেইটাৰ ওপৰত question আহিছে, বাকি এইটো ইমান important নহয়. Is this over? This point is important. Janus Green if you are talking about staining of a bacterial cell, তেতিয়াহ'লে আমি কি মনত ৰাখো? Gram stain, right? So if you are talking about what we need to remember is different organelles take up different stain, right? All the organelles do not get stained by the same color. We have some specific stains that color the nucleus, some specific stain that color the mitochondria, etc. So mitochondria stain kune kore? It's by Janus Green. Janus Green is called as vital stain. As far as the word vital is concerned, stains has been divided broadly into two categories, vital stain or non-vital stain. ঠিক আছে, এইখিনি important, এইখিনি মই extra কম এতিয়া হা. I think the words are clear now, right? Stains bilak duta category, vital and non-vital. The stain that is used to stain a living cell, that is called as a vital stain. Aru dead cell of jure stain kore, that is called as non-vital. Example of a vital stain we have seen, we have already written, no? Janus Green. One example is Moderna, and non-vital Jolin. Huh? Aniline blue eta word. Next we'll continue about mitochondria information. Ekhini extra asile. Next likha size of mitochondria. Non-vital or non-vital or example first is eosin, EOSIN, EOSIN. Aru tar pisot aru eta example disu aniline blue, ANILINEBLUE. Okay, okay, welcome. out of these important key ketyaba not very important also. What we need to remember that the number of mitochondria in a cell varies with its activity. If the cell requires more ATP, then obviously the number of mitochondria inside the cell would be more as compared to the cell who requires less ATP, right. Next, as far as prokaryotes are concerned, we have already discussed the example of bacteria, that ki hoy mitochondria absent, right. And so out of this we will just study this one and the last one. Even specifically questions has not been asked, right. Is this over? Next we will be talking about the structure. Okay, please write. If it's over, please tell me. Okay. Is it done? Oh, this part I can likhi lua. The points that we have already explained, we will be writing it down. So, we understand what is PMS, perimitochondrial space. Mitochondria has two membranes, outer membrane, inner membrane, and the inside portion is called as matrix. কিহৰ ওপৰত আউটাৰ মেমব্ৰেনৰ পইণ্টছ খিনি দিছো এখিনি দেখা পাইছা এইটো PMS perimitochondrial space, the space between the two membrane is called as perimitochondrial space. It contains abundant proteins including cytochrome oxidase. For those students who have an idea about the chapter called as cellular respiration, have you heard something called as cytochrome complex? Right? Cytochrome complex শুনিছান নাই? Respiration যদি অকমান পঢ়িছা cytochrome complex শুনিছান নাই? Remember something called as ETS. right? Terminal oxidation, ETS. Remember, you have seen a diagram in your NCERT, something like this, like this, like this, right? So here you had something called as cytochrome C, cytochrome A, cytochrome B, right? That complex is called as cytochrome complex. What is cytochrome oxidase? This is something, or cytochrome complex. Etia, for the first year, since we have not done the respiration chapter, will not be knowing about it right now, right? Kot thake ki kotha, now we know it's in the PMS. Right? What is this? What is the function of this to be precise? I mean, piece of prohib respiration jetia prohib, jetia continue korib, right? Another way of understanding is these are certain protein molecules that accepts electrons, right? You have two words. One is called as phytochrome. The other is called as cytochrome. What is a phytochrome? A phytochrome is a molecule that accepts light. Right? What is a cytochrome? A cytochrome is a molecule that accepts electrons. So, since we will be talking about something called as the electron transport system. So, at that time we will be talking about these proteins which will take in electrons and it will donate to someone else. Right? So, a electrons bilake accept kune koribo kisman protein molecules e koribo, and these are called as cytochrome. Kot thakibo. Why is it called as cytochrome complex? Because many cytochromes stay together. Right? Complex word to use koribo lagile, whenever we use the word complex, then obviously it's a collection of more than one, right? So, many types of cytochromes staying together would form a complex, and this complex would be present in the perimitochondrial space. What is the function of the cytochrome complex? To carry the electrons and transfer them, right? Huh? NCERT book mote 60% ase 60% ase to hai bostu ami clear korile sai loba ha NCERT book ki dia ase. Okay, next some informations about the inner membrane. Please say. Here we have written a word called as porine. I think we have already explained what a porine is. These are certain protein pores, right, through which substances move from one cell to the other cell. Where are the porines found? They are found in the membrane. Right? Porines are outer membrane of mitochondria, and this is a structure that is also present in the cell wall of bacteria. Right? Next is some points about the matrix. কি আছে Any point you did not understand, please ask. What is TCA cycle? TCA cycle is the other name for Krebs cycle, right? Tricarboxylic acid cycle. Why is it called as TCA cycle? In the respiration class. কারণ তিনটা কার্বক্সিলিক গ্রুপ থাকিব ন তিনটা কম্পাউন্ডত সেইকাৰণে. So inside the mitochondria you will see certain types of inorganic molecules like Mn, K positive, etc. Mainly কি থাকিব Mn. So I have written the word rich. এইখিনি লগেতো কনফিউজন নাই চাগে. So we have talked about the mitochondria, inner membrane, outer membrane and the matrix. Now we have to talk about something called as cristae. Cristae ki asile? Remember we have talked about something like this last class, right? So FOF1 particle, 2 points about FOF1 particle that we'll read about. Many names. So last class we have talked about this. Do you remember what is the function of FOF1 particle? Where is FOF1 particle found? In the inner membrane, or to be specific in the cristae, right? Who forms the cristae? The inner membrane of mitochondria forms the cristae. Formation of cristae helps in increasing the surface area of the inner membrane. Fernandez and Moran particle, M-O-R-A-N. The name was given because he was the one to discover it, right? Okay, so we have discussed about this. Here come to ki asile FOF1 particle or kam ki asile. Last class we have talked about a little bit. Enzymes. Which enzymes? The enzyme that is required for the synthesis of ATP, right? And what is the name? ATPase, right? So we are talking about this as mitochondria, no? Mitochondria inner membrane khonot ki thakibo? Cristae thakibo eneke, right? Something like this. So in this, what we will see? These particles, right? Through these particles, actually what happens, if you know the process of ATP formation, we know this is the storehouse of ATP. Why is it called as such? Because ATP is formed inside, right? Inside puli kole, we are talking about the matrix where the ATP is synthesized. Now for the formation of ATP, there are two requirements. Duta requirement thakilehe ATP form koribo. And what are the two requirements? First, it should have a proton gradient. This is something that we are going to talk again in respiration and photosynthesis. If you have read photosynthesis, chemiosmotic hypothesis boli eta bostu ase, right? June podha nai does not matter. When we will be talking about it, we will talk in details. As of now, just remember that for the formation of ATP, duta requirement, eta hol proton gradient. Proton we know H positive, gradient means difference. There should be two areas where in one area the number of protons should be more and in the other area the number of protons should be less. Tenekwa eta condition hobo lagibo. If there is such a condition, if there is a proton gradient, then only a particular enzyme would be synthesized, that is called as ATPase. And if ATPase gets synthesized, then only ATP will get formed, right? So Code proton gradient hobo, how is the proton gradient formed, who helps in forming that gradient, where, which is the area which will have low proton, which is the area that will have high proton later in our photosynthesis and respiration class. As of now, since we are just talking about mitochondria as a cell organelle, we know that mitochondria, we see certain FOF1 particle. What is the function of F1 particle? It is that area where the enzyme gets synthesized, and which enzyme to be specific? ATPase. Another question that is asked is, no doubt we have said about this one being responsible for the secretion or for the formation of ATPase. Can you question to ahe, which part of FOF1 particle will you find the ATPase? So because we have seen three parts over here, right? Basically, tinta part or divide korise, ketiaba ami duta part buliu ko. Since we use the word just FOF1, so FOF1 particle, which we just remember that it consists of two parts, a head part and a stalk part, right? It is enzyme to code thakibo. It is question to ahe, is it in F1 or is it in FO? So obviously headote sob bostu thake, right? So it is here. So you have to remember the FOF1 particle or kam ki ATPase synthesis. Where exactly can you find the ATPase? It is in the head part of FOF1 particle. Clear? Okay. So this was point number 1. Is this over? Next, we will be talking about some other points here. Next, Lekha, second point. The next point about mitochondria, that they are self-duplicating organelles. Self-duplicating mane, there should be one, and from that one, by the process of division, another part is formed, right? So eta organelle thakibo, he divide koribo, duta form koribo. This is the way how the number of mitochondria inside a cell keeps on increasing, right? So since we know that they are self-duplicating, we have written another line, cannot originate de novo. What is the meaning of de novo? Newly, notun ke form koribo nware, right? So de novo mane ki, they cannot be formed all of a sudden. Teneke notun ke form koribo nware. Thakibo lagibo, tar pora hai duta hobo, right? The third point. Mitochondria, whenever we talk about mitochondria and the next cell organelle, that is chloroplast, no, duta point from examination point of view that's very important is the point that we have written just now. Mitochondria is believed to be endosymbiont of bacteria. Exactly the same line we will be studying when we will be talking about chloroplast. Chloroplast is also considered as an endosymbiont of bacteria. The second is mitochondria is a semi-autonomous cell organelle. That is the fourth point we will be writing about. But before going to the fourth point, this is a point that we need to understand. Endosymbiont of bacteria talks about what? Talks about the probability of mitochondria being originating from bacteria. Right. So, mitochondria we know cell etat keneke form korile tate already asile tar pora divide hoi duta ba tinta form korise, right. So, when we talk about or when we compare the structure of mitochondria and the structure of bacteria, we see many similarities. One similarity, as we have already, two similarities that we have already talked about, no? The type of ribosomes, the presence of porins, the type of genetic material, all these three features are something that is common in both the cases. So, because of that reason, scientists are of opinion that maybe they have an origin that relates with bacteria, and so we are using the word called as endosymbiont of bacteria, mane originated from bacteria. Clear? So, what are the points? Etu continue koriba. Any doubt regarding these points? Is the point understood why they are called as endosymbiont of bacteria? Because these are the points that they share in common. If this is over, please write this point. Mitochondria are semi-autonomous cell organelle. 2 points that are important, no? Endosymbiont of bacteria are semi-autonomous cell organelle. What we understand by the meaning, or what is the meaning of semi-autonomous? Autonomous mane ki? Independent. Semi-autonomous. Independent but still on they are dependent. right? That is what is called as semi-autonomous. Mitochondria is an independent cell organelle. Why is it called as independent cell organelle? Because it has all the necessary requirements, like it has its own genetic material, it has its own ribosomes, etc., etc. So it can synthesize its own protein, DNA replication koribo pare. Because of these features, so they are considered as independent. But in spite of that, they are still dependent on the nucleus for their transport, for the essential substances like proteins, etc. Right? Since they are independent but still they are dependent on the nucleus, so we are using the word that is called as semi-autonomous, right? Basic details to nalage, I think it's understood, no? Right. So to some extent the control, I mean the working of mitochondria is controlled by the nucleus. No doubt nucleus, nucleus is called as the brain of the cell, so obviously it will control everything, right? So mitochondria to cellular bhitorte ase. So to some extent the function of a mitochondria or the work of a mitochondria is controlled by the nucleus, and so it is called as semi-autonomous. On the other hand, it is also considered as a independent cell organelle, because why? Because it has its own DNA, it has its own ribosomes, right? Next point, that would be number 5. Next likha, there are, is this point over? Okay, okay, then write number 5. There are 2 states of mitochondria. And when we talk about 2 states, don't think about that book that has been written by Chetan Bhagat, huh? And there was a film also, right? So we are not talking about that obviously. Kihor upor discuss kori asa? Are you discussing about the book or about the film? Not very important from examination point of view, tothapi you have to know. Autotrophs state or condensed state. If the mitochondria is active, means it is conducting the process of synthesizing that ATP, formation of ATP, etc., etc. In that case, we will be using the word called as condensed. A mitochondria that is inactive state is called as the autotrophs state. If it is inactive, out of the 3 parts of mitochondria that we have discussed, kuntu part sabotse dangor hoye thakibo, the perimitochondrial space. If it is in the active state, so obviously the matrix would be the largest out of all the structure. So these were the points about mitochondria, and lastly we will be writing about functions of mitochondria. Heading koriba functions. প্ৰথমতে লিখি লওঁ কোনটো পইণ্ট ইম্পৰ্টেণ্ট মই কৈ দিম They bring about oxidation of carbohydrates, proteins and beta oxidation of fats. Means not very important point from examination point of view, but we have to know as a whole. Obviously the first point is important, right? So we are talking about what breaking down of these substances with the help of mitochondria. Oxidation of carbohydrates, oxidation of protein, beta oxidation of fats means what? Breaking down. Right, we know these are substances that are found in the food particle. At ki hobo lagibo bhangibo lagibo, since we know that mitochondria is related with what? Respiration. Respiration not ki hoy breakdown hoy, right? So indirectly responsible, right? Next they are the next is they are the site of aerobic respiration. Why they are called as such? Because again the same explanation, because Krebs cycle is related with mitochondria. Krebs cycle is a part of key aerobic respiration and anaerobic respiration. It's a part of aerobic respiration, so they are considered as a site of aerobic respiration, because as we have already said, no, so if you are talking about respiration, it completes or aerobic respiration boli kole complete oxidation, incomplete oxidation, these are the certain words that we will hear later, right? Jetia ami respiration boli ko, we as of now what we know that it has 3 steps or it gets completed in 3 steps. First is the process called as glycolysis, next we have Krebs cycle and next we have terminal oxidation. Out of these 3 steps, it is 2 steps that occurs in the mitochondria itself. Glycolysis, the first step, occurs in cytoplasm. If you are talking about Krebs cycle and terminal oxidation, where ETS is also a part of terminal oxidation, hey duta step code form kore, mitochondria form kore. Krebs cycle code matrix of mitochondria, ETS code perimitochondrial space, right? So because of these 2 steps, they are considered as site of aerobic respiration. Iman confused no hoba, ami chite respiration korim, it will become more clear, right? As of now, ki janim that mitochondria is also called as a site of aerobic respiration. Why is called as such? You will be able to give the answer only when you will complete the course. Respiration পঢ়িব লাগিব না, তেতিয়াহে আমি বস্তুটো ভালকে জানিম। Quoi? Say. PMS or full form, perimitochondrial space. Okay. So, no doubt we are writing a long note as far as the function is concerned, but we know that what we have to study for the exam, no, for entrance, what are the points that is important, baki eta point over to question ahe, it is point number 1 that is asked and the next point that I am going to write, it report ahe, thik ase, and from both point of view also, if it is descriptive ba subjective jodi hoy, tetiahole to we have to by heart, কিন্তু যদি objective হয় তেতিয়াহলে ইমান ডিটেইলস অফ কোয়েশ্চন নাহে অবজেক্টিভ হলে ইট ইজ দ্য সেম প্যাটার্ন এজ MCQs we are preparing for the NEET যেকিটা পয়েন্ট তার কাৰণে ইম্পৰ্টেন্ট ইয়াৰ কাৰণেও হেগিটাই হ'ব ৰাইট কিন্তু যদি তোমাৰ ধৰ সাবজেক্টিভ হয় যদি ডিটেইলছত লিখিবল দিয়ে তেতিয়াহলে গুটেকিটা ফাংচন পঢ়িব লাগিব ডিপেন্ডিং অন দ্য টেষ্ট প্যাটার্ন তোমালকে পঢ়াখিনি কৰিবা ৰাইট সো ইট ইজ this one that I will study and 5 days. এইটোৰ ওপৰত question আহে we have something called as mitochondrial inheritance. First, what is inheritance? The transfer of characters from one generation to the other is called as inheritance. Who is responsible for inheritance? Obviously genes. Genes ক'ত থাকে? DNA ক'ত থাকে? Chromosomes or chromosome ক'ত থাকে? Nucleus. So that type of inheritance would be called as what? Nuclear inheritance. Generally when we talk about inheritance we understand that in majority of the cases we are talking about nuclear inheritance, but we have something called as mitochondrial inheritance also, right? The question from MCQ point of view or entrance point of view is question ahibo cytoplasmic male sterility in maize is an example of nuclear inheritance or mitochondrial inheritance. Tatke beshi aru questions nahe. What are the symptoms? How does it occur? You don't have to study anything. Just the point, is it an example of a nuclear inheritance or is it an example of a mitochondrial inheritance? As far as mitochondrial inheritance is concerned, only and only on this point only question has been asked. Aru yatke beshi details eku question e aha nai. But we have to know apart from the nucleus, mitochondrial inheritance is also there. Right, it exists. Mitochondria kisuman characters from one to another generation carry kore. Two examples we have written. First is peptide character in yeast. As far as yeast, I think what a yeast is we know. Yeast ki hoy? Fungi. What type of a fungi? Unicellular or multicellular? Obviously it's exceptional, no? Because fungi is a group of multicellular organisms, but yeast is an example of a unicellular. Peptide character in yeast means if suppose that yeast undergoes mitochondrial inheritance due to certain reason, tetia ki hoy jay ei yeast ki niye they will, instead of staying single, they will start forming colonies. Normally yeast bilake keneke thake single ke thake, but if they have this one mitochondrial inheritance jodi tahate carry kore, then we will see the formation of colonies in that particular type of a yeast. So when they will form colonies, so obviously due to certain reason only they have started forming colonies. So we understand that it is because of mitochondrial inheritance, and the process is called as peptide character. Peptide character means colony formation character. Iman details na lage. What is important? This one, very important, right? A to psyllium. So this is all about mitochondria. So the entire note we have written, the explanation we have done, right? But please don't go according to the note. What you do is, as I already say in the class, সদায় তো একেটা কথাই কওঁ ন, short notes খিনি, the points যোনটা টিক কৰিছো সেইকেইটা লিখি ল'বা এক্সট্ৰাকে, right? Because when we write in the form of a note, obviously we have to write pages. এটো লিখিবই লাগিব, কাৰণ বাই চান্স যদি বেলেগ এটা কোৱেশ্চন আহি যায় তোমালোকে কি ক'ব, মেম নোটছত নাছিল। So I give everything, right? But in the same time I also help you how to study, right? গোটেইখিনি last momentত গোটেইখিনি নপঢ়িবা। When you study for the first time, so obviously you will study everything, right? Last moment, be selective in your study. So this is all about mitochondria. So we'll be discussing the next cell organelle, that is chloroplast. Chloroplast would not be the heading would be plastid. So heading koriba plastid. Can I rub this? Okay. Next heading likha plastid, P-L-A-S-T-I-D. So talking about plastid, the first point that we remember, plastid is a cell organelle that is a characteristic only of a plant cell, animal cell absent. Second point, plastids could be of different types. One most common example of a plastid, chloroplast. But it is not only chloroplast that is present only in a cell, but apart from chloroplast, aru kisuman dhoroner plastids pai, right? The third point is, if you are talking about the three different types of plastid, they can change over from one type to the other type, right? We'll write the note and then we'll understand. And out of the three types of plastid, obviously chloroplast is something that we'll do in details. Baki bilak kiman details or na lage. Note to likhi lo. Plastid cell organelle found in plant cells and obviously in Euglena also. So remember this one, plant cell to thakibo, Euglena to thakibo, right? Next, absent in bacteria absent, fungi absent, and blue-green algae, right? Blue-green, okay, whenever we talk about plastid, what is the most important function of a plastid? It is a cell organelle that contains pigments, right? Plastid or main kam ki, containing pigments. So if you talk about blue-green algae also has pigments, but in spite of that they do not have a specific organelle that contains the pigments. So in that case they don't have plastid, instead the entire cell acts as a plastid. Eta cellor bhitorot plastid to nai, gotei cell to plastidor nisa kaam kore. Understood? They are involved with storage of carbohydrate. What was the previous sentence that we have talked about? We have spoken about a line that plastidot ki thake, pigments thake. Now we are writing a line that plastids are involved with storage of carbohydrate. How are the two lines related? Plastidot ki thake, pigments thake, right? Aru moi ki likhisu, they are considered as a storage of carbohydrates. Related hoy no hoy duita point. Pigments thakilei to light reaction hobo, light reaction holei to dark reaction hobo, dark reaction holei to food prepare hobo. Is the point understood? So if there is a light reaction, then obviously it should have certain type of pigments. If they have to produce food, tete hale ki hobo lagibo, light reaction to hoboi lagibo, light reaction jodi hobo lage, pigments thakiboi lagibo, right? Okay. Next, we give types of plastids. Light reaction or dark reaction? Light reaction, dark reaction are the two steps of photosynthesis, right? Details in the photosynthesis class. Chloroplast, chromoplast and leucoplast, right? It is not only chloroplast the sole example of a plastid, but we see three types of plastids. So we will be writing. Okay, what is the basic difference? So plastid or jeti ami types of plastid korisu no, what is the criteria for classification? Color. Right? Protection classification or criteria thake no, on the basis of which it has been classified. So plastids has been classified on the basis of color. So talking about color, that's the first point that we'll remember. Whenever we talk about chloroplast, we understand it is a green color plastid, right? Chromoplast, other than green, colorful plastid. Leucoplast, colorless plastid, right? This is the only line. So chloroplast dot likha. Chloroplast ক'ত পায়? Where will you find the chloroplast? Specific. Chloroplast is a cell organelle. A cell organelle is found inside a cell. What is the name of the cell where we will find the chloroplast? Mesophyll cell. Right? So you have to be specific. Mesophyll cell. Mesophyll cell ki hoy? What is mesophyll cell? Aru okman anatomy part of pra ahibo lagibo, thik ase? So first year ami plant anatomy kora nai, so obviously we will not have any idea, but in spite of that, in your lower classes you all have studied. You have studied something called as tissues. Yes, tissues ki hoy? Collection of cells, right? How many types of tissues? Or tissues has been broadly divided into? Ki tissues asile? Simple tissues, complex tissues. Simple tissues divided into parenchyma, collenchyma, sclerenchyma. Complex tissue divided into xylem or phloem, right? Etia, all the tissues makes up what? Organs or agot? Cells, cells e tissues form kore, tissues e ki form kore? Tissue system, right? Tissue system forms ki? Organ. So how many types of tissue systems are present? 3 types. Epidermal tissue system, the ground tissue system and the vascular tissue system. Epidermal tissue system ot ki thakibo? Epidermis kon ar tar logote related structures. For example, if I say stomata, where will you find the stomata? In the epidermis tissue, right? So it is a part of the epidermal tissue system. What is vascular tissue system? Xylem and phloem forms the vascular tissue system. Epidermis hoy gol, xylem, phloem hoy gol. The rest of the tissues just next to epidermis, jimanpur tissues ase no, gutekinik ami as a whole what we say, ground tissue system, right? So ground, whenever you go for a TS of a root or a stem, 3 types of tissue system you will see: epidermal, ground tissue system and the vascular tissue system. But if you are going for a TS of a leaf, titya ki hobo? There is something different. The ground tissue system in case of a leaf is not called as such, instead it is called as mesophyll cells. So what is mesophyll? The ground tissue system of a leaf is called as mesophyll, right? So whenever you study, no, eta term clear hobo lagibo. Okol mesophyll boli jani thakile no hobo. Ground question ahibo pare, is ground tissue system present in case of a leaf, or what is it called as? It is called as mesophyll. Inside those cells you will find what? Chloroplast. Again, if you remember mesophyll or 2 types of mesophyll, ki asile? Have you heard something like this, spongy parenchyma and pellicid parenchyma? You all have studied in class 9. Why I know? Because my daughter is studying now, right? Tumalke already pori ahisa, ekarne moi janu. So okkoman information tat asile, because ekini ami details of 11 ot porhim, right? 9 ot ji porisa exactly 11 ot ami details porhim, 10 ot ji porisa exactly 12 ot details kini porhim. Hetu e course, right? Okay. Okay, we have already said that plastid contains pigments, right? When it contains a green pigment, it is called as chloroplast, and then it performs photosynthesis. Chromoplast is also a plastid, but it is not green in color. So what is the type of pigment that it will have? Carotenoids, right? Carotenoids ki hoy, yellow, brown, orange color bilak jiho karone hoy no, the pigment responsible is called as ki carotenoid. Ako ebilak bostu, every detail has been given in the photosynthesis chapter, right? Ebilak pisot korim. So one type of a plastid can get converted to the other type of a plastid, right. So we have seen the last line that tells us this, chloroplast can change into chromoplast. And where can you see this feature is during ripening of a fruit. If you talk about a tomato, if you talk about chili, if you talk about a mango, prothomote ki color hoite green, right. Jodi green thake, what is the type of pigment? Obviously chlorophyll. So chlorophyll containing plastid is called as ki chloroplast. Can gradually ki hoy jay, the color changes. So ultimately we say that one type of a plastid gets converted to the other type. So these were informations about the first two. Next ami leucoplast likhim. Right. Leucoplast or types of leucoplast you need to know. 3 types of leucoplast ase. Before going to that, the first point and the last point important. First point is the colorless plastid. The name of the colorless plastid, it is called as leucoplast. That's first point. Second is we have a word called as granum. Granum ki hoy has a word related with something called as grana. Right. So, ami jetia chloroplast structure to porhim, chloroplast bhitorot you have something called as thylakoid, grana, stroma, etc. Right. All of pisat ami ki porhim, out of all the plastids, no, the most common thing that we will study is obviously chloroplast. So, when we talk about the structure inside the chloroplast, you see something called as a grana. So, this is also a plastid, chloroplast is also a plastid, but in this plastid you will not see grana. Grana present only in chloroplast, grana absent in leucoplast. So, jihetu leucoplast na thake, etu point about question ahe. Right? What is grana? Ami thylakoid ki bostu, grana ki bostu, chloroplast porhile ami pori jam. Chloroplast ki thake, grana present, leucoplast grana absent. Right? Next likha types of leucoplast. यार पर क्वेश्चन आहे লিউকোপ্লাষ্টৰ তিনিটা টাৰ্মৰ ওপৰতে কুৱেশ্যন আহে right, so you have to know the terms right. Question কেনেকৈ আহিব the plastid that contains protein is called as the plastid that contains fats, the plastid that contains starch, so you have to know the name and obviously the examples right. Out of the examples no, aileron cells of maize is something very common that you are going to study right. I think we have studied also morphology ami পঢ়িছো no, aileron cells. Remember we have talked about that dicot seed and the monocot seed right. We have talked about the structure like this no, scutellum right, and then the endosperm right, something like this, the coleoptile, coleorhiza, this is the coleoptile, this is the coleorhiza right. A cells khinik ami ki boli koisilo aileron cells right. So ekhini ki asile aileron cells, tat ki asile protein. So what we remember from this structure that in case of a maize seed we see two types of endosperm, proteinaceous endosperm, starchy endosperm. Proteinaceous endosperm a cells khinik jehetu proteins thake tak ami ki boli kom proteinaceous endosperm, and this has a name that is called as aileron layer right. Aru baki khini e bhitoror khinit ki thakibo starch. This part is the zygote, this part is the endosperm. Endosperm is divided into two parts, the outer layer and the inner portion. Inner portion ot ki thakibo starch, outer layer ot ki thakibo proteins. So two types of endosperm, proteinaceous and starchy. Where will you find? In case of a monocot seed, the best example is maize right. And another point when you are studying about a maize seed, ketaman words no. First is two types of endosperm, second is the term coleoptile and coleorhiza, third the word called as scutellum. What is scutellum? The single cotyledon in case of a maize seed is called as a scutellum right. So this is the thing that we have to remember. So next after this what we need to do is we have to talk about chloroplast in details. Aji class ot ki korilu, we have talked about mitochondria and we have talked about plastid. I think this is all for today right, since the time is already over. In the next class chloroplast structure and the notes right, we will do that. Thank you. Kiba doubts asil niki? Okay, if you don't have any doubts I think we can wind up the class. Thank you.